All right, welcome back to Jackknife TV. I'm going to make this kind of quick because I don't know, my throat's been drying out. I've been coughing. I've been trying to film this video now like 3 or 4 times, and I keep getting off on rants about all kinds of stuff. But anywho, what I'm going to try to base this video mostly off is new truck warranties and things that are happening right now for me and stuff. And I'll put it this way. I'll put it lightly, okay? New truck warranties do not cover everything. Even with extended warranties and things like that, there's still gray areas and fine print and things that they're not going to cover everything. And what you've got to remember now is these new trucks, all right, like such as my next gen T680, they got digital dashes, everything's hooked into a CAN system network, everything's computer controlled, and majority of the stuff is dealership only software programming and diagnostics. Whether you have international Kenworth, Volvo, Peterbilt, so on and so forth, and whether or not you have whatever engine, A26, the MX-13 pack car, the ISX. The only better thing you got with an ISX is at least you can usually read diagnostic codes because it's all Cummins software, and they pretty much like open source it. Okay, that's about the only thing you got going on for Cummins. Now that doesn't mean the body's not going to fall apart, or the computers talking to each other aren't going to have a problem, or you're not going to have quality build issues with wiring harnesses being pinched and things like that. But you got to remember when you buy these new trucks, and if something's not covered on warranty, you got like my dashboard. The digital dash goes bad. It's probably like a $4,000, $5,000 dashboard. Not to mention the diagnostics and the install and everything. You got a $10,000 bill to put your dashboard back together, which you need for DOT. All right. There's no way that I'm going to be able to repair that, or probably even maybe not even purchase the dashboard. All right, myself. And what you got to think is when these things go wrong, are you going to have $100,000 sitting around in a maintenance account to hope and pray that when your newer truck starts breaking down, that the dealerships can properly diagnose it before I have another coughing fit? All right. So, where do I diagnose it? You're not going to have the ability to even diagnose a lot of this stuff on the newer trucks unless you have the dealership software. And so on and so forth. So, it's inevitable that, even with like $100,000, unless you can keep, if you're a one man owner operator and whatnot, unless you can keep that profit coming in quicker than the truck's breaking down, or the quicker than the cost of the repairs are piling up, let alone the downtime, it's going to be hard. Now, do I have credit cards and stuff? Do I have credit cards and things that I could just willy-nilly pay like 5, 10, 15, 20,000, 30,000? You got about $30,000 worth of repairs on? Yes, but it doesn't matter, because in a few more months, a month or so, I might have a $30,000 repair again. Am I going to have a maintenance account that am I going to have those credit cards paid off in 2 or 3 months? Hell no, not in this kind of market. Not with the amount of profit margins I can make just by running one truck. I'm not doing, I'm not hauling 40-ton or 50-ton oversized loads around making $40,000 or $50,000 a month. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I don't know. It's just it's more of a liability now, if anything. At least with my 9400, I could, what I had airbags to worry about, components and stuff. I didn't really have much to worry about. If anything electrical went on, I could probably diagnose it with a Blue Point multimeter. Now, FedEx. Now, it's like dealership only for repairs on that thing, because I can read the little warranty paperwork and the warranty bubble sheet that they give you about what is covered and what's not covered at this mileage and this rate. You don't know. I might be able to take the truck over there and still have stuff warranted. But now it's a crapshoot every time I take the truck there for something. You don't know if it's going to be warranted or not. You don't know if you're going to have a couple $100 diagnostic bill and have to have, what, I got tow a next gen T680 to a local repair shop and be like, this is what's going on. They're going to look at me and be like, well, why are we even touching this thing? We don't know anything about it. So yeah, I'm pretty much stuck at the dealership with this newer truck. All right, and that'll be a problem you might have too. When things start coming up, and I don't see. The fuel mileage is great. All right, I'm saving money on fuel, but I don't see any real benefit of having a newer truck except for retaining drivers, getting better fuel mileage, and just driver comfort. All right, I just can't see it now. At first, I saw it as a way to not have to worry about the motor blowing up or huge repairs or transmission falling out, and that everything will be covered under warranty. But as you go on, you'll see that it's a commercial warranty. There's a lot of stuff that ain't going to be covered. I mean, if the engine blew up tomorrow, it'll be covered. I might have to wait a month for it to be put in, but I'll get the truck back. I don't know if I'll be in business by then, but I'll get the truck back to drive maybe. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of going off character. This is just me, real. I'm totally fed up with trucking, just about. All right. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, maybe you should step out and stuff." But I'm already in it pretty deep. I made assumptions. I've pulled straws. All this in an attempt to get back where I was post or pre-COVID, I should say. Where back then I saw a future of, I figured by now I'd have 10 or 15 trucks and probably wouldn't even have to be actually physically driving. I figured I would be home dispatching drivers by now and getting phone calls about things breaking and whipping out the credit card and things like that. But all that I wasn't prepared for not having revenue for 3 or 4 months and still having drivers to pay and things like that. All right, and I'm here now, and the worst thing is it's even worse because I know a lot of people. I get on lives and stuff. They talk to me and they say things, and I know it's all teaching, in a teaching moment and an example. And I know I've done a lot of dumb things. The problem is I actually know that I'm doing this stuff. All right, I've been down this road here. Like I said, it's more of a grasping straws, hoping, and hope doesn't pay your bills or anything like that. And the worst thing you do is when you get into trucking is you can just assume that things are going to always go right. You better assume the very worst is going to happen, and you better have a way to mitigate those problems some way, either with money or sheer knowledge or hard work. For an example, my injectors went in my ISX in the 9400. I never really worked on diesel engines before. I'm mechanically savvy. I've done automotive repair work and rebuilt 350s and Subaru engines and Jaguar blocks and timing chains and things like that. But I never really touched the diesel engine. Pulled the injectors out. I replaced the injectors myself. It saved me a hell of a lot of money. It probably saved me $6,000. Plus, I got the injectors from, I found a place to get the injectors from cheaper than what the, Cummins would have charged me and stuff. So things like that, you got to be willing to do things like that, or you're not going to make it in your first couple of years with your own truck. And now I can't even do that. There's probably special tools that you got to pull the injectors out for on this pack car or something. The truck usually would be parked somewhere over there. It's not there now, but I'm just I don't know, gesturing. But yeah, this is kind of, I don't know, this is the real content I'm trying to put out here. This is my frustration at this point. And this is just me warning people that think that warranties are always going to cover everything on a new truck. It's not going to it's not going to happen. You're going to lose a bunch of stuff after your first year having a warranty on a new semi truck. And if you buy the extended warranty, there's still gray areas. There's still things that they might not cover. And you might have still ended up paying an additional $10,000 or whatnot for that extra warranty, and it still might not be covered. And like I said, you still have the downtime you might have to wait for. You know, right now it's not necessarily that the dealership can't work on the truck; it's that they were waiting for the part. So I don't know. That's just me. I'm kind of like fed up with this. I'm gonna see how this plays out the next couple months or so, and if I'm still like, like unable to like look at a truck without just enraging me here, um, I might have to make some decisions for myself and my family because I'm on the I would not even say I'm on the road a lot, but I mean it's just my stress and the never ending problem after problem is starting to get to my wife and things like that. Um, and it's getting to me. It's getting to me. So when that happens, that's it. I would be perfectly happy with the tow truck. Well, actually, I would just leave the truck at the dealership. But I'd be perfectly happy with, getting the letter in the mail that I'm getting sued from PACCAR Finance and everything, and the truck's repossessed and all that, and just getting a regular job and just I don't know, just letting it go. It'll eventually fall off my credit in 7 years, and just never going to start a business again. That's all. Or I'll just do what everyone else does and open a new LLC up and get some dinky little credit cards with that, and build some credit up and make that work. Because best thing about being a truck driver is you can always find somebody to finance your truck. In OTR financing, it's Lone Mountain or something like that. But to be honest, I like that's just me my general mentality here, trying to show you how like messed up this whole system is. All right, why why things are the way they are, and in trucking and being an owner operator, that things like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of this rambling here. Stay tuned for my next rambling video or the sky is falling video. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to put out some more uplifting content and show guys like how to do things or something in the industry. Maybe pump their fuel. I don't know. At this point, like I said, I'm kind of almost sick of trucking. All right, but anyway, if you like this content, and you like me being down to earth and truthful and just being direct, please subscribe, hit the like button, and jackknife out.